air loose for maximum effect.
We'd been in Costa Rica for just 10 days when we left for the final leg of our return journey to the west coast. But it felt more like we'd been here for months. We'd seen and done so much across the 800 miles we'd driven. Waterfalls, rainforests of all kinds, 2 volcanoes, and all sorts of beaches. We'd stayed in 7 totally different lodgings. And we'd hiked nearly 30 miles, most of it in rather damp conditions, having experienced more types of rain than I knew existed.
As you can see, it's raining quite a lot.
But that was all behind us now. From here on out, the last 5 days of our journey would be in the sunshine as we headed from our night in the windy loft to Samara Beach, on the longest single leg of the whole trip, and it would take most of the day. So Melissa thought it a good idea to break up the almost 200 miles with the last park visit of our time here, Carara National Park, one of the most visited in the country, and an ornithologist's dream location, home to many species of birds, including the endangered scarlet macaw. However, in the car park, I met a friend of a different nature.
Yeah, the casual iguana just sitting in the car park, chilling. I'll keep this up all day, bro. We're at a place where there's supposed to be birds. Can't actually see any yet. But we've got like a click or so to find some. Oh, no, I can hear birds now. Problem is I can also hear the road, which is just to our right here. It's actually nice to be under cover of the trees because it's pretty hot out in this direct sunlight. So, yeah, I'll turn you back on if we see anything. No guarantees. Oh, nice. That's evidence of leaf cutters. Some smaller versions of our friends. I want to break the web, so I'm not going to get too close. Down there, if you can see it, there's another one up here. Apparently this is a wild cashew tree. And I guarantee you it's not what you think it is. It's properly big, that is. That is not what I thought a cashew tree looked like. One of the other things about Costa Rica is the bridges you have to cross and the varied states of decay they're in. That's melt fatigue. So's that. And let's hope none of this gives up. It's not big fall as I've seen. But it definitely flexes under your weight a bit. This is a really big tree, and yeah, the bark looks like elephant skin. It's crazy. Saw something, not quite sure what it is, but it crossed the path, and of course I didn't have the camera out. But they went just over here. I could hear it. It's down here. Oh, hello! It's right there, under the bridge.
Oh, wow. Funny.
Check for the hole in the bridge. Yeah. I think it'll part of one group because it was under the bridge. Oh, there he is. Just went underneath that tree. There he is. Oh no, it's one of those rat things.
Oh.
That's a different one, yeah. Guinea pig things, sorry, rat things.
Oh, that is. Yeah, but that isn't what we saw.
No, it wasn't. The other ones were over there.
Yeah.
It had a ringed face. I got it on the camera. There's something up there. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It's a monkey. It's right here. White faced. See him?
Oh, you see your tail. It's eating something.
Yeah. I'm throwing the leaves down.
Yeah. Fruit, I guess.
Hey, there he is. Hey. It's the whole family. Oh, I see the other one. It's right above me here. It's like it's chucking shit at us. That's a nope. You can still walk around, but the bridge is dead. Yeah, I'm hungry.
Leaving Carara behind, we faced just one last chunk of mileage out to the Pacific coast, and GPS had told us it would take far longer than we thought. But when we got to Punta Arenas on the Gulf of Nicoya, we discovered exactly why. It was the mother of all traffic jams on a single-lane highway packed with commercial trucks, where we averaged around 15 miles per hour for over 2 hours. It was one of the most boring drives of my entire life.
So after much driving and much traffic jammage, which didn't even get the camera out for because it was so boring, because sat still for like, what, 15 minutes at one point, 10, 15, something like that, completely still. We're now on the final approach, we just... Final approach. 47 minutes still away, because look at the road, I mean it's... We're lucky we've got tarmac, but there's lots of patches on it. But it's probably the last of the sun. Just try and catch some scenery while there's sun around.
We got into the main town of Samara Beach soon after dark and spent our first half an hour getting totally lost on the side streets before finding our rental house right at the edge of town.
Finally here. I'll have to save till the morning to show you where, because we just got here and it's dark. And I've already killed a mosquito. Mossy hunting. Very, very quiet. Is it for the last one? Well, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. Welcome to Samara, finally. It's actually sun shining now and there's butterflies everywhere and beasties, and we're going to the beach. So I'm going to put this on hyperlapse so you can actually see a little bit of town underneath, even though we're not going to the town yet. So, polish it there. That's better.
For our final few days in Costa Rica, we'd made the decision to chill out and avoid the crowds of town, which was populated by more tourists than we'd seen since getting here. That meant spending the time at the beach, soaking up all the sunshine we'd missed on the east coast. The only spoiler was this dirt road, which doesn't look like much, but which is in fact the main coastal route north, as well as being our only road into town or the beach. But walking down it was like hiking through a dust storm. Cars rocket past, seemingly oblivious to the choking clouds of dust they were producing, and gesticulating wildly at them to slow down produced nothing but the sorts of dirty looks usually reserved for something like a fart in an elevator. Short of joining them and driving everywhere, there was nothing you could do but hold your breath and cover your mouth. Thankfully, Samara Beach made it all worthwhile. Although every return trip down the diabolical dirt road reminded us just why we avoid tourist hotspots like the plague.
This is called the dust walk because of assholes like that. Fucking hell. Fuck me, I can't see shit. Wanker like that? Fucking hell. Fucking. Serious lack of consideration for other people here. Just can't get that fucking taste out of my mouth. Done.
When travelling in Central America, it's important to remember not to get flushed when being reminded not to flush. Signs everywhere hint of the dire consequences should you forget, but few we'd seen did it with such artistic flair.
The iguana just came out of the tree. You know what? I think this guy's coming for me. Oh, it's moving again. He's very studiously walked around me so far. He's either listening to some really good metal or he's threatening me. That's what I can think. Alright then. Bygones. He's just over there now. Look at this guy. Look at that. Whoa. Let's go. Going into the tomb to get some noms. Alright, this time we're not going to get choked to death by fucking dust clouds because we're drab.
I'm not designed for the beach. Having been born to a climate that imbued me with a ghostly pale visage, too much sun turns me into a screaming cooked lobster without any need for boiling water. So I've learned to shelter whilst Melissa soaks up her dose of vitamin D. But on the bright side, it does mean that I often make friends with local fauna.
Tiniest little, there he is, see him, hermit crab. Running through over there. Tiny little thing. There's all sorts of crabs and stuff around here, I tell you. Baby crab back there, some honey. And there's honey running spiders just around. All sorts of beasties on the beach. That's why I'm hiding the shade probably. That from the main beastie. The sun. Is very rarely my friend. Gorgeous though, look. Walking across the strato, trying not to fall down. If I can break my leg. Welcome to rock pools. And there's lots of hermit crabs and terns and stuff all the way around. Quite amazing, looking like the moon. Probably taken hundreds of thousands of years to wear it down to this. Not bad beach. And now we've got to go and suffer the fumes of death on the dust road again. But there's beer and lunch waiting for us at the other end, or wine and lunch, whichever you.
I'd been itching for a run since we landed 2 weeks ago. But after hurting my ankle on the first attempt on the East Coast, I'd avoided it for fear of curtailing our hikes. But since I'd seen the golden sands of Samara Beach, I knew I had to get out there. And on the final morning in town, I woke up with the sun.
Hey there, I found the perfect beach to run in Costa Rica. It's gorgeous. It's 7:15 in the morning. Take a look. It's getting hot though. Look at the sun's behind me. See that chrysalis up there? Those could be moths. little bit sad today. We're last day in Samara Beach. Managed to get a run in this morning, and we're heading to Coco Beach, about 2 hours away, which is close to the airport because we leave tomorrow about 9:30 a.m. So I'm going to quickly blast there. It's been amazing. It's a beautiful country. Lots of beasties. Well, look at that web. There's a web pin. I don't know if it'll come out. There's a big, huge web over there. Yeah, there's things to say about roads, Google Maps, and the vibe. There's a lot of really, really cool people here. It's a beautiful country. We've seen it from coast to coast now. And it's been a journey. That's goodbye to Casas Frutas. Touch the road again. It's probably covered in rainforest once upon a time, but you know.
No, I don't think so.
No?
Not this side. This is that dry rainforest. Remember we walked through it and all that.
Yeah, it's kind of contradiction in terms.
Yeah, kind of.
We got to Del Coco with the minimum of fuss, but instantly regretted the move. In place of the chilled out surf town vibe of Samara Beach was a sea of tourists, overpriced food, and pretty much everything we try to avoid on our travels. So we didn't stop and instead drove down the coast looking for a place to hang out.
Final destination, well, not quite. This is the Coco Beach. Ocotel Beach. We're staying at Coco Beach, which is around that chunk of land over there. But seeing as it was a bit of a nightmare parking and turned into a bit of a touristy trap, we thought we'd check this beach out. And this one's kind of the same, but not the same. I wouldn't mind taking a stroll down there. There's probably some rock pools. But later. It's a nice beach.
Woke up on the morning of Christmas Eve with a gloomy cloud hanging over us, despite the clear blue sky above, and made our way back towards the airport to drop off the rental car.
Just dropped the rental car off, just missed the bus, and so we've got to wait 5-10 minutes for it to come back. Sad to go. It's 7:15 in the morning. Still a nice day. Airport next. And food. Airport's nice and empty. As you'd expect, because it's Christmas Eve. I keep hearing Christmas music and I'm sweating bullets and it doesn't make sense. I think that's the only food. I think that might be the only food. I don't think there's going to be airside stuff.
No, there's got to be some on the other side.
Okay. This is probably going to be the easiest queue through the airport I've ever been through. Which is a bad thing. Cool.
The airport was blissfully empty, but to our great surprise, just as insanely expensive as its American counterparts. So instead of eating and drowning our sorrows in coffee, we talked about all we'd seen and experienced across the last 2 weeks.
To Liberia, where we're nowhere near the place we stayed.
From our clueless first night in Liberia,
Nice.
to the Llanos de Cortez Falls and La Fortuna,
So we're in La Fortuna now, outside the volcano and lake. So we're going to say goodbye to our friends, the leafcutter ants, who have been hanging out with us the whole time we were here.
all of our jungle adventures, El Silencio,
All the trees here have got just so much vine and stuff. It looks like something out of a Tarzan movie. Look.
the terrifying bridge at Tirambina,
Down, down.
and of course the house in the rainforest.
Cool. Dude lives in the rainforest.
Our soggy sojourn on the Caribbean Sea,
Apparently all the rivers have burst in their banks. We're not going to get to see too much, but what the hell.
and the improvised return trip via the awesome house
This place is loved by someone, let me tell you.
Blue Falls of Costa Rica,
Sketchy! Sketchy.
Poa's volcano,
There's people taking pictures next to the fucking picture of the fucking crater.
Can't see anything.
and who could forget the windy loft? Then our final days in the country, Carara Park,
Apparently this is a wild cashew tree.
and Samara Beach.
Wanker like that. Cut.
It had been simply epic.
It's been doing this all night. It's just raining so fucking hard, it's ridiculous. It's gorgeous. It's 7:15 in the morning. Take a look.
The fact is, for the first time in our 15 years of travelling together, neither of us were ready to go home. And had finances allowed, we'd have grabbed another overpriced rental car and headed back across the country to seek out more adventures in a heartbeat. But we're not influencers getting paid for our opinions, we're just a couple that loves to travel. And our time here was at an end. Reality, work, and even Christmas were the forces pulling us back. In this case, a taste of the place was just not enough. But for now, it would have to do. And sitting on the plane on the way home, I wrote out the idea for this whole series, and it's dominated all my free time ever since.
Baby, you give me ice and fire.
But now, that really is all, folks. For us, it was back to the lives we'd put on hold since leaving. And for me here now, it's a second farewell to Costa Rica, as I've loved every minute of sharing this story with you. And it's now in your hands. So if you liked what nearly 3 months of late nights, weekends, and almost every waking moment I've burned to turn 300 gigabytes shot on 2 GoPros into these 9 episodes, then tell someone about it. And maybe, if enough of you do that, then you won't have to wait long for season 2 and a taste of the next place. But until then, don't be afraid of the off-season, my friends. Go out and have an adventure of your own.